back just means so much to me. It means us not putting up with it anymore, not taking it anymore. I've heard the same thing from my grandparents that I heard from my father that I have also experienced in my lifetime, and that is racism, systematic injustice, and genocide. Nothing has changed.
It's a deep reflection on previous injustice. And going forward, if we want to really build that connection with Indigenous peoples, we have to have the land back. Land back is a philosophy.
Understanding from a deep place of what it means to be Homo, to be Indigenous to the land, to be of the land. It's not just physical, it's a conceptual space in what our future can hold on the land, where we can be our entire selves and address the violence against our bodies and our minds and our hearts and our spirits. It's time and space to heal.
When it comes down to it, it's pretty simple. It is about the jurisdiction and authority and autonomy that we should have as Indigenous peoples over our own land and our own territory.
So to enact back to land or land back, I really do believe that it needs to be an awakening of a self to act, whether that's to step forward or step back as a leader. Everyone has a place in this life to stand up for what is right. Everyone has a role to play, and it's not going to look the same for every person. It's not going to look the same for all backgrounds of peoples or nations, but it's our responsibility to act.
I think it means thinking about reciprocity, about what has already been taken forcibly from Indigenous people and then what settler people can be offering in return. It's not enough to acknowledge the territory, but actually thinking about what are the protocols. Do they even know what they are? How to be in conversation about asking for consent to even be present on a territory. I think settler folks need to do a lot of reflecting around what it would actually mean to live in accordance with Indigenous law.
There's a lot of movements everywhere that you can financially contribute to, because it does take resources to be out, like tiny house warriors, like Get 'em Den, like porcupine warriors in Toronto, Six Nations. People can make donations of food, time, even just saying kind things to land defenders, water protectors goes a long way as far as the morale goes.
Another thing that anyone can do for land back, enacting land back and embodying land back philosophy, is truly showing up to support frontlines, truly putting resources and strength that you have out there. If you feel like you want land back but you don't enact anything, well, that's just a liberal fantasy. It's the belief that you can change the world by simply feeling a certain way. In order to actually progress the world, you have to put who you are out there and put your strength and know injustice and speak out about injustice. Because land back is a reflection of previous injustice. So in order to enact land back, one must be a part of Indigenous-led movements. There's